Alright, UFC Baku Hill just ended. I'm going to go over the cards real quick because there's another video I want to make about John Jones retiring. So I'm going to get this out of the way real quick. Hold on, let me go over my OBS. Alright. Let's get this out of the way here. Hamdi Abdullah versus Muhammad Usman. I took Muhammad Usman. I'm correct on this. I mean, it was just a tit-for-tat decision, as I accurately predicted it would be. These guys are just boring. There's not much. You don't get much with heavyweights nowadays unless it's Tom Aspinall or Sergey Pavlovich. So it is what it is. Moving on to Tagir Ulanbekov versus Azat Maxim. I think Azat Maxim slightly edged this fight, in my opinion. Though I will say I don't mind at all Tagir Ulanbekov winning. But I will say 30-27 is a bullshit pre-written scorecard. It's dumb. There was no 30-27 on either side, even arguable. I edged it for Maxim, but I'm not mad at Tagir winning. I just hate the 30-27 scorecard. Maxim was a bit better on the feet, as I actually predicted. Tagir could not take down Maxim, but it was just Tagir continuing to go for those takedowns that were failing, but continuing to go for them and landing those little shots in the clinch that ultimately won this fight for him. Maxim's a bit cleaner on the feet, a bit more power as well. So yeah, I would like to see where Azat Maxim and Tagir go next after this. I don't know. I don't regret this pick. I don't regret picking Maxim Azat. I think he just edged it, but you know, they don't see it that way, but that's fine. Good win here by Tagir Ulanbekov. He is still the runt of the Dagestanis. He's not that good. So, it's alright. Moving on to Irene Alekseeva versus Claudia Segula. I got both women's fights. There's only 2 women fights, I think so. I got both women's fight wrong. There was no reason at all Alekseeva should have lost this. Silgia cannot grapple. And Alekseeva just... I don't know what she was doing out there. Watching this fight, I couldn't tell you what she was attempting to do. It's sad. She doesn't know how to fight. But good stuff for Claudia Segula. Good performance there by her. Yeah, she was hurting her too. She looked quick. Yeah. Moving on to Daria Zelenskiakova versus Melissa Mullins. I was very confident in Melissa Mullins winning here. Guess I got it wrong. Daria looked real slick on the feet. Just kind of too quick on the feet for Melissa Mullins, who again didn't really attempt no grappling. You know, 50% takedowns, 3 for 6. I mean, that's not good. But it is what it is, man. WMMA is a toss-up every time because you just don't know what you're going to get. But yeah, good win here for Daria. She gets that loss back, so that's good for her and her career. Moving on to Ismail Nurdiev versus Jung Park. Ismail Nurdiev is, man, what happened? It was an illegal knee, and he started celebrating as if he thought the ref was pulling him away because he was stopping the fight. So he got up on the apron and was like, yeah, celebrating, and then he looks over and sees the ref hitting timeout. And honestly, yes, Jung Park won the fight ultimately. But man, the fact that he won, or he thought he won, he like released all that. He like got out of the fighting. How do I word this? out. He got out of the fighting rhythm because he thought he had won. He was taking those deep breaths. It's over. I've done it. And when they restarted the fight, it was just so hard for him to get back into that mentality because he had already released it all and thought it was all over, and it wasn't. And he ended up gassing out and just losing to Jung Young Park, which I thought was a correct decision. I think those knees should be legal. In my opinion, I don't think they should be illegal. So in a perfect world, Ismail Nurdiev did just finish Jung Young Park right there. But you know, they had to, I don't know. But I think those knees should be legal. Sucks they aren't. Sucks for Ismail Nurdiev. Good win here from Jung Young Park. He looked real good. And I'm excited to see what's next. I don't know if they'll keep Ismail Nurdiev in the UFC after that. Because his win over Bruno Silva is not good, and it's not holding any stock. So, and then he goes and does this illegal ass shit in the fight. I don't know if they'll keep him. I guess we'll have to find out. But congratulations, Jung Young Park. Moving on to Seokyeon Ko versus Oban Elliott. I picked Oban Elliott by third round KO. He got absolutely dominated over 3 total rounds. He got destroyed, bro. There wasn't much. It was more of just getting out positioned on the ground. There wasn't much damage on either side. It wasn't like Seung Young Ko was piecing him up, dropping him, and ragdolling him. He was just out positioning him on the ground. It was not too fun to watch. Good win, but it's not really gonna bring any fans your way or get people hyped to see you fight again. Which if you don't care about that, that's you. But yeah, Oban Elliott is still young. I believe he should be back. Hopefully Oban wins his next fight because I do like Oban. He's pretty cool, man. Seung Young Ko. Looks like a decent grappler, right? But in this welterweight division, you run into somebody that can defend these takedowns. What does he do then? I guess we'll have to find out. Good win for Ko. Moving on to the main card. Muhammad Naimov versus Bogdan Grad. Muhammad Naimov put the beats on him. He really did. Bogdan Grad is really tough, though, so congratulations to Bogdan Grad for the toughness. Because he got hit with that spinning wheel kick, and, man, his legs were jelly for a good few seconds. But he stayed in it, shot for a takedown. I think he even got that takedown. And then but Muhammad Naimov just all over him. Just a bit too strong in positions, a bit too powerful on the feet for Bogdan Grad. You just really couldn't get anything off. He was throwing some nice shots, but I accurately predicted Muhammad Naimov to win by decision. Not really much to talk about here. Muhammad Naimov just showed he's a bit better than Bogdan Grad. But Bogdan is tough, and if he can up his level, we might see a potential contender here in Bogdan Grad. But Muhammad Naimov gets it done, the dirty, cheating rat. Hopefully he loses his next fight. It'd be very nice. Anyways, moving on to Nazim Sadikov versus Nicholas Mata. My favorite fight of the night. I thought, Nicholas Mata had me for a second in that first round. When he had Nazim Sadikov's back up against the cage, he would just start swinging. Boom, boom, boom. And Nazim went for, I don't know if he shot for a takedown, but he ended up on his knees. And then Mata kept throwing. He gets back up, still throwing. But, man, Nazim Sadikov has just he has an amazing poker face. Incredible durability, and he's so composed, man. His face didn't change at all. Kept that straight, stern face the whole time and landed a beautiful head kick that hurt Mata, and he's had his own moments up against the cage. He looked really good today, but I expected him to get the knock in round 1, but he got it in round 2. Very beautiful, very nasty. I will put a little bit more respect on Mata's name because he performed way better than I thought he would. I thought it'd be a KO within like a minute or two. So, respect to Nicholas Mata. But man, what a KO for Nazim Sadikov to get the first finish of the entire night. Slumped him against the cage. It was beautiful. Beautiful by Nazim Sadikov. I am very excited to see where he goes next in his career. Mata as well. Mata as well. I will not be overlooking him in his next fight. But Nazim, I am hoping to see Nazim Sadikov fight for a ranking here soon. That'd be amazing. Hopefully we get like Nazim Sadikov versus like a... I'm not sure. But I'm excited for it. Moving on to Tofik Musayev versus Mike Debek oral bye. Now, if you guys don't know, every week I at work, because I do have a job. At work I do I watch footage on every fighter on the card for that weekend, and I do it at home too sometimes. I watch like the last 5-something fights of everyone on the card, and that's how I make my prediction. I really liked Tofik Musayev after watching his like last few fights, whatever. I think he's interesting style, very fun to watch. And I was excited for his debut, but I did pick Mike Debek oral bye. He's just better. And he proved that tonight with a submission in round 1. I said it was going to be a round 2 submission, but it ended up getting done in the first round. Very impressive by oral bye. He's good, man. He's very strong, good striker. Great, man. I didn't yawn once today. I turned on the camera, and it's like I can't stop trying to yawn. Oral bye. He's good, man. He's real strong, too, in the grappling. I'm very excited to see where oral bye goes next. I do not think they'll keep Musayev because this was his debut, and he shit the bed. He didn't really have much for oral bye, you know? So I don't think they'll keep him. I think they'll boot him to the curve. He'll probably go back to, like, Rising or something. Mike Debek oral bye will continue to climb the ranks of the unranked era of the lightweight division. This was a catchweight bout though, because oral bye did miss weight, man. You got to be professional, man. You got to make weight. If you cannot make the 155-pound weight limit, go up to welterweight. Simple as that, right? Not, sucks to see, because I do like oral bye, and I don't want to sit here and rag on him, but great performance by oral bye. Tofik Musayev hands Azerbaijan their first loss of the night and their only loss of the night. Unfortunately, I will get to Ignacio Bahamondes in a minute. Good performance by Mike Debek oral bye. Moving on to Curtis Blades versus Rizvan Kuniev. Now, I will say this, guys, right here. Where is my... Okay. All right. All right, we're good. If you know, Curtis Blades won. This is a rightful. Curtis Blades rightfully won this fight. I will. Man, I hope I don't prove myself wrong. But watching it live, I think Curtis Blades rightfully won. People are screaming robbery, and I don't understand it. I haven't rewatched it yet. I will rewatch it, the third round, because the first round is undoubtedly Curtis Blades. The second round is undoubtedly Kuniev. Third round is the one that people are divided on. Now, I will, after this video, I have 2 videos to make. I have the Why Curtis Blades Won video to make, and I have the John Jones retiring video to make. So I'm gonna be busy today, but that's what I'm trying to wrap this video up quickly. It's gonna be a shorter video. But Curtis Blades, I think he won. Rightfully, he just landed more. He simply just did more in round 3. So I will go over that in a video and all that. So congratulations, Curtis Blades. Don't know if it should have been that close. You are ranked what number? What's Curtis Blades ranked? Number 3 or 4 in the division? Man, Rizvan Kuniev didn't even deserve this opportunity, so I'm not even mad. Even if it does slightly should be for Rizvan, it's like whatever, right? Curtis Blades, congratulations, Curtis Blades, the correct winner of this fight. He did not look good at all. He looked awful, in fact, actually. Hopefully, Curtis, you get your shit together, man. Fix your striking, Curtis. There's no reason, after all these years, all this experience, your striking should still look like that. Get some fundamentals down. Get some speed. You're slow. I love you, Curtis. I love you, man. I want to see you succeed, bro. But if you fight like that, there's not many people you're going to be able to beat. Moving on. Congratulations, Curtis Blades. Get the fuck out of the UFC, Rizvan Kuniev. You steroid cheating piece of shit. Moving on to the co-main event. Rafael Fiziev versus Ignacio Bahamondes. I scored this fight 2-1 Fiziev with round 3 going to Ignacio Bahamondes. 30-27. Again, I don't agree with the scorecards, but look, I'm gonna be real with you guys here, and this isn't cope, because I did want Ignacio, and I do love Ignacio Bahamondes. Regardless of how this fight went, Ignacio was never going to win this fight by decision. Rafael Fiziev is from Azerbaijan, which is where they were in Baku, and they were always going to give him the nod. No matter, Ignacio Bahamondes needed a finish going in to win, and unfortunately he didn't get it. Now, regardless of that, I do think Fiziev is the correct winner here, but I will say to Ignacio Bahamondes, Ignacio is the better striker, and I think that was kind of proven here today. Ignacio Bahamondes was out touching him. That sounds crazy. Was out striking him, was touching him up in rounds 2 and 3. Ignacio's problem was the grappling. Going for takedowns, you cannot take down Rafael Fiziev if you are not a elite high-level grappler, because he has like a 90% something percentage takedown defense. Incredible. Ignacio kept going for takedowns. He kept going for spinning stuff. After the second spinning wheel kick, Ignacio should have realized it's not working on Fiziev. Kicking is his game, Should have stuck with the hands. Ignacio's hands are better than Fiziev's are. Because whenever they were going hand to hand, Ignacio was touching him up. But sucks, man. He kept wheel kicking like a dummy. He kept trying to grapple. He pulled guard a few times. Like, this isn't Jalen Turner. You can't just submit him like that. Unfortunate setback for Ignacio Bahamondes. Ignacio Bahamondes will hopefully come back from this. Moving on to the main event. Jamal Hill versus Khalil Roundtree. I picked Jamal Hill. I even had him as my underdog of the week. I am now 0-3 when it comes. I'm now 0-3 when it comes to my underdog of the week picks. Very incredibly unfortunate, but it happens, right? Khalil Roundtree destroyed his legs, decimated the legs of Jamal Hill. Jamal couldn't walk well. He couldn't move well. Not that he really ever has, but really good performance from Khalil Roundtree. I actually gave him all 5 rounds. Did I give him a 10-8? What was that? Wait. He had 2 knockdowns in 1 round, correct? But it's like, man, Khalil Roundtree really couldn't land that well with the hands. It was really the leg kicks, and when he did land with the hands, he would usually knock down Jamal Hill. But man, most hands he threw didn't land on Jamal Hill. Jamal Hill just looked awful. I really want to get behind Jamal Hill, and I really want to support him. And I still support him. I like him. One thing with me is, no matter how much you lose, that's not going to make me dislike you any less, because the reason I like you is that you're a cool dude, or you're fun in the octagon. Jamal Hill has always fun in the octagon, win or lose. I will always like Jamal Hill. I think Jamal Hill is good for the sport. I think he's good to have around, but he's losing, so I don't know what to do with him next. Khalil Roundtree, though, He's getting back up there. I would give Jamal Hill, or I think Khalil Roundtree should need 2 more wins at the very least to get another title shot. Jamal Hill's he's looking at about 4 or 5 more wins before he ever gets to fight for a title again, and I don't think he'll ever get that at this rate. So, congratulations to Khalil Roundtree. Dominant performance. The best performance of his entire career, in my opinion. So, good stuff here. The card was okay. I enjoyed watching most of it. Even some of the decisions were good fights. You know, finishes don't dictate good fights. So, congratulations to Khalil Roundtree Jr. I'm excited to see where both guys go after this, but I'm not sure, especially for Jamal, man. I think Jamal's got to take some time. How old is Jamal? I just want to make sure of his age before I say my next statement. 34. I mean, dude, if he was anywhere from like 28 to like 32, I'd say, Jamal, take a year off, take a year and a half off, rebuild yourself, find out what's wrong. But you're 34, you're getting there. You're in the heavier divisions though, so you can pass for being a bit older, but I don't know how long, you would really want to take out. So, unfortunate for Jamal Hill. Good for Khalil Roundtree. Thank you guys for watching this. We'll see what happens, man, with these guys, right? Decent card. I'm looking very forward to next week's end card, UFC 317. It's gonna be real good. Well, I appreciate you guys watching. I'm out.